Let me tell you a little story which happened to me when I was a kid sitting in a classroom. A story which you might have experienced as well. I was 12 years old and the school was my playground. I didn't really go there to learn things because they didn't teach me the stuff I was interested in. So I went there to have fun. This particular day, I'm sitting in the classroom with about 15 other classmates, the teacher standing in front, explaining something on the blackboard, but I'm absolutely not paying attention, not at all. I'm far away, I'm daydreaming. And suddenly the boy sitting next to me, he rams his elbow into mine and he says, "Anna!" I look at him and he slightly nods his head to the teacher. And now I'm back in the real world, feeling how everyone is looking at me. And they look at me like she has been saying something, but I didn't recognize it. And I hear the teacher saying again, "Now, Anna, you come here and we will see how much attention you were paying." I thought, shit. I stood up. I walked towards the blackboard and I see the task written on it. And I have no clue what it is about. No clue. Bewildered, I look at the teacher and she seems really angry. Then I look at the task again and she goes, "Solve it. Solve it." I turn around to look at my classmates, but she's furious and goes again, "You solve it all by yourself. Now. As much time as it takes, you start now." Okay, and I remember thinking, okay, Anna, think logical, do something, write something, try. And I do. I try to solve it my way. But my approach was completely wrong. And when I'm finished, I turn around. I look at her. And then she looks at all my classmates. And she says, "And now you can laugh." She looks at them again and she says, "Laugh." And then she, my teacher, starts with her nasty, loud laughter. And I remember looking at her and thinking, how evil can you be? And yes, she did succeed. I felt like shit and I was so embarrassed. The thing is, I don't even remember if my classmates were laughing at me. I don't know. The only thing I remember is her, my teacher, with this mad laughter, making me feel so bad. I'm sure you have experienced something similar already. We're not allowed to make mistakes. It's all about how to do it right. We should even be ashamed if we do something wrong. And that's why we're trying to hide it, isn't it? Even as a grown-up, even as an established manager, we don't talk about it. It's embarrassing. What will the others think of me? Maybe they will laugh. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Anna. Anna, your time expert. Someone who's thankful that I have learned to look at mistakes in a different way. I will tell you about a world where the word mistake doesn't exist anymore. It's a world where you fall and you get up again, and you fall and you get up again, and all this without any judgment because there is no right or wrong anymore. But to go there, I pay the price. And I will explain how I get out of this. Get out of the feeling of feeling guilty and being ashamed when you fail in business. March 2019. 7 months ago, remember? I'm sitting in the sauna, sauna in a hotel in Riga, thinking, how did we get here? Everything went well. We were on the path of success. And now this. And that's when the door opens. And I see Samuel. He looks at me, smiles, and has 2 beers in his hands. Let's do Sweden sauna style, he says. An hour before, I stood up from our conversation we had, and I said, if you're looking for me, I'm in the sauna. I need to think. There's something happening here. And now we are down there in the sauna, the 2 of us, thinking, what is happening? What has happened? Now let's travel 2-3 years back in time, when it started to work out with our business. I never lacked ideas, but there were many of them. And it was impossible to do it all by myself. So Samuel started to get very involved in the business because we wanted to start a YouTube channel. And as I said, all the ideas. And I remember how he began to learn everything about filming. And he was talented and you became so good. But he worked at his regular job from 8 to 6. But we filmed in the evening. You started to edit the videos at night. We started with our strategic meetings. I was occupied with the workshops, projects, and some occasional speeches. And yeah, we started to do it a la Anna. And that was also when some newspapers got interested in my doing. And one prominent newspaper launched a huge article on me. And that's when the orders started to come in one after another. I mean, we filled a year in advance with orders. All right, now we were on the bright side of business. Finally, it worked out. But boy, we worked a lot and hard, didn't we? God. And then I had on top of all this, I had the idea, let's Talk About Time World Tour. Let's go and share the message with the world. So now I was also occupied with launching the world tour, next to my regular business, planning where to go, make it public, get the right locations, do promotions, organizing the travels, preparing the speech. Just this took us a lot of time, but it was a good speech, I think. And yes, we worked a lot, like never before. But we loved it. We really loved it. Now, my business was doing so good that Samuel was able to quit his job. And we thought we had made it. We invested all the money on the world tour. And I remember Samuel being a bit skeptic. But I was good in convincing him. I said, this will pay out. God, I've learned my lesson. The only thing why I'm not feeling guilty is that we had like the most fabulous time on this world tour. That was so much fun. And yes, I have to admit, I really thought, now we did it. It's working. It's going to be all right. But in the end of last year, we looked at the order situation and saw, wait a minute. For next year, we have like 4-6 months where it's very weak. And we didn't have a lot of money put on the side, so a small, gentle inner panic started to rise. But I had a plan. Let's go somewhere for 2 weeks and let's do the best videos we've ever done. Let's brainstorm about the strategy for 2019 and let's come home with a dead certain plan for our business. That's when we planned Riga. That's when we went to Riga. And then we arrived in Riga. And we were so tensed. We were so crisped and tense. And I didn't recognize myself. I thought, what's going on? And do you know what was going on? It was fear. Fear. It was back. The fear of the financial misery. I just didn't want to face it one more time. I mean, remember Neo when I was sitting in the kitchen sobbing tears because I couldn't pay the bills anymore? Now, I didn't want to go back there, of course not. But how was it possible? We were on the path of success. We thought it was working. And with Samuel happened the same, in a panic. And then we were in Riga first day, sitting together, trying to write on a good vlog. But boy, I just felt this is not good. It's not, it was not fun. It wasn't good. So I knew something is happening here. And I realized we are falling. We are falling in a deep, deep hole where fear is taking over. I have a particular way to act on this when something like that arrives. Stop it all. Just stop it all. And the best place to go to think is the sauna. So here we are, both of us sitting in the sauna in Riga, facing the truth. For almost 2 years it had worked out good. And suddenly it started to work less. And that's when it's going a little bit down like this, that's when you start to go to the bottom of everything you have been doing. What did we do wrong? And what's wrong and right? Did we forget something? And there you are, questioning everything you are doing. Should we continue with the videos? Should we continue with the podcast? Should we continue with the workshops? Should I continue with the speeches? Where is the money coming in? Is it enough for all of us? And suddenly, you have to question the things you like doing. For 2 weeks, we were going deep in our analysis. And I tell you one thing. Yes, it was hard to face the truth. I felt terrible realizing that we have been making mistakes. I felt ashamed. And I mean, we were successful. And 6 months later, we were deep down. And it was like hearing my teacher laughing at me again. We didn't return from Riga with good videos. No. Or a brilliant dead certain plan. No. We returned with some new insights about the mistakes we have made. And one of the biggest mistakes, just to let you know, we have been doing far too many things at the same time. We totally lost focus. Focus. Yeah, we lost it. And now we had to pay the price. After Riga, we came back. Samuel had to return to Geneva to get a job. And he got one for only 3 months. And still we couldn't afford to pay a room for him. So he slept in a container on a construction site of a friend of him. I was completely isolated at home to get back on track and figuring out my focus by creating some good work and to become a good businesswoman. And I'm still learning every single day. But we needed that. God, we needed that. Now I ask myself, and that's exactly the question, did we have to fall into the hole to reconsider everything? Yes. 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 But we weren't ready for it. We really weren't ready for it. And now I know it will happen again because business is a cycle. It's just going like this. And the downward spirals are necessary. Why? Because they do one thing, which is indispensable. It will make you stop and think. Stop and think. It will make you reconsider what you are doing, and that's a good thing. What did we learn? A lot. Today we live with the cycles. We analyze more. We observe what works and what doesn't work. We focus on less. We put 10% of every earning aside. We invest more clever. And we continue to try things out. And my personal most important learning is this. I'm not too sure about anything anymore. I have learned to embrace uncertainty. And now I know that uncertainty is the root of progress. And it feels really good not to know. How is business going to be in 6 months? I have no idea. And seriously, I'm starting to like that. Because that makes life adventurous. And now I also know that it will happen again. But next time, it will not shake me up as much as the first downfall. And now I know how to put myself in the condition to get back on track again with many rituals, creating moments which will soothe my soul with the right focus and deep work. So I'm prepared to fall and to get up again. And to fall and to get up again. Now, one last thought about doing business. Whatever you do, you will always start with an idea. But you don't know if it will work. How can you find out? The only thing you can do to see if it works is to try. And be ready that it won't work. And when it doesn't function, don't be ashamed. Don't take it personal. Admit that some actions and beliefs have been wrong and didn't work out. And it brings you back to the roots. And it's the place where you can first. Oh God. Oh wait. Sorry. Oh, that was oh God. Wait, excuse me. Oh, okay. Okay. Back to the roots. It's the place where you can first ask yourself why you fell. Make an analysis of what has happened and draw conclusions. Second, reinvent your idea or your business by reconsidering what you are doing. Question your idea. Adjust your focus. Change your financial and marketing strategy. And by the way, to do all that, the sauna is the best place to do it. And number 3, try again. And always remember, as long as you are trying again and again, there is a big chance that one thing really is going to work. And if someone laughs, let them laugh. That's all for today, my dear listeners out there. I hope you are doing well. And wherever you are, I'm sending you my best wishes. And in whatever situation you are in, it's going to be okay. For sure. Take care. Bye. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. And by the way, I mean, just one last thing. Everyone does mistakes. We just don't talk about it. I think we should talk about it a bit more, about the mistakes. Okay. I think that's all. Is it? Yeah. Did I forget something? No. Okay, he goes like this. Okay, so I'm off. Goodbye. Bye.